I'm Stephanie, licensed marriage and family therapist. I wanted to talk to you today about managing your mental health during this recent presidential election. First, I want to tell you a little bit about what prompted me to do this video because I needed to say something. I had a 12-year-old come into my office for services recently, and this child presented with symptoms of anxiety, excessive worrying and rumination, and a little bit of irritability and distractibility for certain. But however, these disturbances were not because of a lack of friendship or concerns with friendships or grades in school or a change in family dynamics. This little person, wanted to talk to me about their stress about this recent election. hmm Stressed. He's not even old enough to vote, and he is experiencing stress where his thoughts are ruminating over this recent election. So before I go into um, some of the factors for stress during the election season and various prolonged effects on the body, and then how we can mitigate those or minimize them, I need you to get something to write with because I need you to write this down. Are you ready? Speed of the leader, speed of the team. Speed of the leader, speed of the team. We have a huge responsibility as adults and leaders on this planet to be mindful of how we are impacting those that are watching. The energy is real and it is impacting our little people greatly. So I'm not going to belabor that. Speed of the leader, speed of the team. Breathe in and release. We got to own that it's happening and it's impacting everyone. So, elections can be strong triggers of emotions, especially the emotion of stress and anxiety. There's a study by APA that says nearly 70% of Americans report presidential elections have significant source of stress on them. And they also highlight the psychological effects. Some of the factors that contribute to this is the constant news coverage, election outcomes, uncertainty of the future, impact on financial and social and personal stability, right? Heated debates and divisive rhetoric can create anxiety in the body. Individuals often feel a deep personal connection to political outcomes. And we all know what that's like. And then we have a 12-year-old who is being impacted by that. It's one thing for a 12-year-old to be concerned with disgruntled parents and if their family household is going to be disrupted and how am I going to manage if mom and dad don't keep it together, or if somebody on the playground excludes me and I'm not included, and how do I manage and self-regulate. But that sense of secure attachment of being together, I go home and I get that and I'm okay. But a presidential election is impacting my ability to self regulate and feel secure. That's a big, big, big um, negative impact on a little life, right? So, let me talk to you about prolonged stress and how it can lead to various health issues, including depression and sleep deprivation, which is what my client is experiencing, physical problems like headaches, digestive issues, can compromise our immune function. Unhealthy coping mechanisms such as overeating and substance abuse. We all know when you get stressed out, we can go and have a glass of wine or eat too much or eat all the good stuff that's not good for us. And then you just picture that in a little person who is struggling with eating. And something about that age group between 12 and 13, that the human brain either shuts down food altogether or it consumes a lot of food because that's their go-to for substance abuse, hopefully. Unfortunately, we hear stories over and over again where people have started using substances at the age of 12 and 13, and then no one even know that that person was consuming them for at such a young age. So please, I just want us to be mindful of that. And then there's the withdrawal of social interaction. That sometimes can look like depression, but underneath that withdrawal and isolation is most times a very severe experience of anxiousness, uncertainty. So I wanted just to talk about some strategies so that we can cope with this, okay? Be selective about your media consumption because all closed eyes ain't sleep, as my grandma used to say, right? So we might think kids aren't watching and not paying attention, but they are. Regularly practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques, teaching yourself how to self regulate. When you become disturbed, do you know how to manage that? Do you know how to self regulate? Build social connections that are positive, encouraging connections, connections that foster high possibilities, awesome possibilities, great outcomes, social interactions. Engage in regular physical activity. Please, it will do some amazing things to your brain. Get plenty of restful sleep, limit alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine, and then get involved. When you are feeling uncertain about an outcome of a thing, there is something fascinating about putting your hands in it and having some ownership so that you're not stuck in the ambiguity of either side. You get to decide when you start to work or get involved. So if there's a particular side or a person that you really value their beliefs and their ideations, go there, be a part of it, make a decision. Your body and your brain will thank you for it. Find something to get involved in, find something to believe in this election season, and then move in that thing. Don't worry about the outcome. Focus on what makes you feel good about the election, about who you're standing up for, or who you're believing in, or what cause that you want to see, or transformations that you want to make on this planet. Choose a side and then move in the side. Don't sit on the sidelines cheering, get involved. So, here's some things that you can do. I want you to set 10 minutes in the morning and meditate. If you want to meditate with me, I host a meditation every morning at 6 a.m. You can email me at smccainemft@gmail.com, smccainemft@gmail.com, and I will send you a link and you can meditate with me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Practice breathing techniques, which is something that we do during our meditations because breathing is energy exchanging. And with energy exchange, you send a head and heart message to the body and it begins to regulate. Um, if you enjoy yoga, which I absolutely do, if you don't enjoy yoga, I ask you to try it. I have some amazing instructors. If you want to know their names, email me at smccainemft@gmail.com and I can get you in touch with some yoga instructors. All you need is just 15 minutes of meditation, mindfulness, going within, yoga, journaling daily. I want to even prescribe for you journaling every day, first thing in the morning and last thing at night, your gratitude list. What are you grateful for? And as you can tell, these suggestions that I have are suggestions that I can use or do use with a 12-year-old because they make a difference. Promise you. Plan weekly virtual in person meetings with family and friends. Stay connected to those who feel good to you and that you love. Identify 3 people in your life who will provide the most support. And then every day, if you can, especially in these beautiful fall season, I'm in Ohio in the United States. I love being outside in the morning and I love being outside at night. It's a little crispy cool, but it just feels good. And while you're out there taking a little brisk walk, just breathe in the freshness, hold it, and release. Yes, election time can make you feel like the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. But here's my response. It's okay. It's going to be all right. No matter what happens in this election, we have the we have the resilience to build and rebuild over and over again. It's who we are. We're Americans. We're humans. We can do that thing. We can make it happen over and over again. So I just want to bring a sense of calm and peace, encouraging you that it's there. Just reach for it. You don't have to wait till the election is over to breathe. You can breathe now. Breathe and remember, parents, leaders, the sky is not falling, and we have a responsibility to explain that or to be that, to stand in that for the people who are watching us. Speed of the leader, speed of the team. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. Namaste. We are